We're good. Sorry. yo, my man. Jesus Christ. 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another. Like, yeah, what inspires you? Just money. You know what I'm saying? Like, money. money. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another new episode of the Forgotten Podcast. I'm your host, Cat and John. We're joined here once again by none other than the cynic himself, Mr. Mass Cynic.
How disappointing.
It really is, you know what I'm saying? Today we are delighted to be joined by not only an old friend of mine, but also an incredibly underrated and talented content creator. He's a hardworking German Minecraft build-focused YouTuber with over 15,000 subscribers and 2.2 million combined channel views. With him starting his channel all the way back in June 2018 and now having well over 400 videos, of the majority of which being tutorials, he's built a reputation for himself online as one of the most underrated and creative content creators in the Minecraft build community. With his work being watched by so many and being featured in multiple online articles, and not many knowing who the man behind it all actually is, we thought it was time the world got to know the true genius behind the tutorials. Very warm welcome to my good friend, Mr. New Freedom.
Hallo, willkommen hier bei Forgotten Podcast. Vergesst kein Abo dazulassen und like.
This man does not speak a single word of English, by the
He
way.
doesn't. We invite him on the show, and he just doesn't even speak English. Look at this; it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? He can't even speak it.
I'll ask him a simple question. What's your favorite color?
Ich hoffe, das wird reingeschnitten. Ich werde hierzu
What does that
gezwungen. Ich werde gezwungen.
Er
hat mein YouTube-Passwort. Ich wurde gehackt.
Wait, YouTube password? What? You know what I'm saying? I heard that. You know what I'm saying?
Ich wurde gezwungen. Bitte ruft die Polizei.
Oh, god damn it. You know what I'm saying? Guys, how y'all doing, folks? Welcome to, obviously, the next episode of the Forgotten Podcast. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining us. Obviously, big thank you and big ups to, of course, my good friend Barris, of course, or New Freedom, for joining us today. How you doing, man? It's so good to see you, dude, and so good to have you here, man. Thank you for joining us.
I'm great. Thanks for having me, man.
Honestly, man, it's absolute pleasure. We did try, and I will add this at the beginning, right? We did try and talk you into, and you can confirm this. We did try and ask him if by some small miracle he'd actually show his face, maybe with a camera, but he declined the offer. He said no. He said no, not gonna do it. So we've got him right here, as you can see right now, as his beautiful self with his helmet on, and his beard, and do you have
what he looks like? I've seen a
that's
photo
what it is,
before, and that's what it is. Identical Minecraft form, especially
that's what it is.
The shape.
Yeah.
See the smiling of my character? That's how I'm sitting here.
Just yes, it was like. No. Do you have a beard in real life? Like, do you actually have a beard?
Yeah, but it's not.
Oh, it's not as good as that one. Is it not?
Yeah.
Is it not? Does it, yeah.
It's not a mustache, no.
I'm gonna zoom in on my own beard when you say that. So
yeah. Joseph's got like just pubes for a beard. You know what I'm saying? It's brilliant.
I will kill you 7 times over.
Oh god damn, man, dude, it's so great to have you here. Honestly, man, it's a pleasure, dude. We were going to actually have you, and I might as well mention this real quick right here, right now. Traditionally, and I've got to give thanks to Barris, because it was really lovely of him to come on the show like this. It was a bit of a recovery episode, because we actually had someone else planned for this episode for 39, and you were going to come on for episode 42 originally of the podcast, which would be in the next season. However, and Joe knows this, I know this, sadly some things came up and whatnot, and we had to obviously kind of, get your episode come up a little bit more sooner, but you were all on board with it. You're all polite and all willing to do it, man. So that's great, of course, dude. It's great to have you here, my man. We're going to jump right into the first question to actually get the ball rolling, of course, because I think all of us have been sitting here giggling for a little bit too long. But I thought an interesting subject for us to kick this episode off with you, obviously, Barris, would be to talk about what happened to you back in April 2021, when you unfortunately had the dreadful experience of losing your long-time Minecraft build world, which, from my understanding, you had been developing and working on for a little over 2 years at that time. You announced that you had, sadly, with losing the world, you would be taking a break from YouTube, and you'd become entirely demotivated with making content, stating it just feels so useless to continue if you lose 2 years worth of work and you can't do anything about it. What was the full story? Behind you losing your world, and did you ever manage to recover it?
Yeah, I did. It was a horrible time, to be honest.
I thought you were gonna leave it at that then. Just Next question, please. I got it back.
I just asked him, and he just like, and the most straight, like, genuine answer, just yeah.
And then goes back to fluent German, just nothing else.
Yeah, just continues.
Ich wurde gezwungen.
Yes.
No, it was really horrible, man.
Oh,
I mean,
dude,
2 years of work just gone. My PlayStation just went in safe mode, so I couldn't do anything. I lost all my copies. I lost everything in Minecraft, so I had to
was going to say, Sorry, I was going to say I remember seeing comments of people, and obviously you're a PlayStation player, you already knew this, but I remember
Yes.
seeing copies or comments from people saying like, oh hey, have you tried going to your Minecraft save data and stuff like that? And I'm guessing it was like obviously you tried that.
Yes, it's not possible.
Yeah.
All my copies are
No.
gone. It's like my PlayStation went in hard mode. I had to reset my PlayStation, and all my
Oh
words
God.
were gone then.
PS4 recovery is probably the most useless thing I've
Yes,
ever
it's
seen
Yeah.
in software. Like I've had the same PlayStation for about 3 years, and it's died on me twice, and I've had to replace the hard drive because not even the usual recovery would work. So I'm not sure how drastic it was for you. Did you have to replace anything? Did you have to reinstall the software
no.
via
I just had
USB, or was
to.
it just a reboot?
No, it's just a reboot. I just had to
Oh,
reset
that's
it.
pretty lucky.
But
But I think it
yeah,
depends
it
on your
is.
model as well.
Yeah, it is. It was still lucky, but I lost like everything, and then I just felt so like everything felt useless to do. I
Yeah.
lost 2 years of work, all my cities, like all my city copies, my tutorials. There were like
Everything.
20 builds that I haven't made a tutorial yet, and I just wanted to record them, and everything was gone. I had to restart everything without having nothing as backup, and it was back at the time I was doing like daily uploads.
Yeah,
So
I saw that when you look through, like that's the thing. It's like, for most people they lose a world, and, like yeah, it sucks, but like you aren't just a normal Minecraft player. You're an actual like active builder. You don't like the thing is people need to understand, right? If you don't know much about Minecraft and a lot of YouTubers in that kind of sphere, like there's some people that just play Minecraft, but you play it as like a skill, like it's an artist. You're building stuff, you're designing stuff, you're spending
Building has
months
been seen
planning
as an
things.
art form in a lot of platforms as
Yeah.
well. I've realized, especially on PC, but I know it obviously there's a lot of really good communities on like console for that sort of thing as well. So it's almost like it's like what Vloop said, that it was almost an art form within itself.
Yeah,
Like
it
Minecraft isn't
is.
seen as a game in a lot of aspects.
yes,
No, that's it. And I mean, so you lost the world, and obviously you never managed to recover it, sadly. And you had said you made the quote, in the statement that like you were just demotivated, which I think nobody could really blame you for. Obviously, of course, man, you would be. But how did it affect your channel? Because it didn't seem like it was that long before you just came back and you started going back to uploading.
yeah, it was like a break. I think 1.5 months,
Right.
and I just didn't touch Minecraft for like 2 weeks, and then
Just totally not like going near it. Like just no, like not
I mean,
yes,
interested in it.
it's
Yeah.
completely understandable. I think Joe had a similar issue a while ago. I think it was
Yeah.
had a power cut, didn't you? And it destroyed
Yeah,
everything
yes,
basically.
it was I don't know, it was the dumbest thing. So I'm sure everybody here can relate because we've all got PlayStations. Have you ever like unplugged the PlayStation without turning it off, and it
oh,
when you
it's
boot it
horrible.
back,
Freaked
yeah,
out.
yeah, and then
It's
as it's booting back up, it goes like checking all your
Hey,
save data
you
and
did
stuff
yes,
like that,
it's
right?
it's a
Yeah,
bit 50-50.
yeah, and you're sitting there like, come
Yes,
on,
is
man.
it gone? Is it gone?
Don't,
It's horrible,
don't do
man.
that.
I
Don't
know
do
that.
that, please. And for me, what happened was it was like a double whammy, right? So what had happened was I was playing, just playing Minecraft, whatever. I had a power cut. I was like, oh, that sucks. The power came back on, turned on the PlayStation. It starts doing the checking save data, right? Do not, and it says in big letters, do not turn the PlayStation off or do anything while this is checking it because it's really dangerous. I don't know. Like as it was like 50% or 60% in, I had another power cut, and I just remember sitting there like, oh man,
That's how your
is that
data gets
that's
corrupt very
yeah,
efficiently.
yeah. It just like that, and then when I turned it back on for now the third time after the power cut, I just started booting it back up, and I was like, yeah, you've lost a lot. Like the PlayStation's
I've
locked,
had
like
an
it's
unplug
bricked.
happen, not on purpose. I've had the PlayStation ripped out of the wall while it
Oh
was
my
at
god.
mid-check before, and that kind of led to my hard drive getting corrupt, which is actually it's over in a
Oh
box over there, just the hard drive on its own.
yeah.
I had to buy a new one. Luckily, I had 3 on hand anyway because I was modding my old PlayStation before the one I had
Oh
currently. But it's
yeah.
so easy to corrupt everything on a PlayStation 4 because there's a lot of ways you can get it into the flashing white and flashing blue light state, which is kind of the equivalent to the Xbox Red Ring of Death, but it's
Yeah.
a little bit lighter. It's weird.
Mhm.
It's a strange console. It's so flawed, but it's great.
It is. So, would you say, I mean, New Freedom, obviously, after losing your world and whatnot, obviously, that was a bit, like, quite a while ago now, quite a bit ago, of course. After that, you took, like you said, a good few weeks kind of just to take a break from Minecraft, which I can't blame you. What was going through your mind during the break? Were you kind of like, just, how do I go back to making content daily? How do I go back to doing this? Or, Like, were you in the midst of like doing some tutorials during that? Like just before the world got wiped and you lost it, did you have stuff? Because I know a lot of us, we kind of plan in advance. Did you already have a lot of stuff built and planned for videos, but you just hadn't made the videos yet?
Yes, that was like when I lost it on the map. I lost. I had like 20 builds that I did in advance and wanted to record, and I also lost them. So
Yeah.
I was I was I was sitting there with having nothing and knowing that I have to upload something tomorrow because
Yeah.
when I don't want to break my daily upload,
Yeah.
and it was such an annoying feeling for me that I said I'm gonna take a break. I don't know how long,
But I
and
need a break.
yes, and I
I mean,
didn't touch
for like
Minecraft.
burnout, a month and a half really isn't too bad. It could have got a lot worse, I reckon.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I distracted me myself with playing like when I get like a little bit of burnout of Minecraft, I just play a story game maybe. And
Oh, right. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
what
just
sort of
like
things do you
not
play?
my player.
yes, I'm just playing. I'm just trying to distract me by playing like a story game. I think back then it was Mafia 3 that I
Oh,
I've heard
played.
that's really good. Never played it myself, but I've heard that that's really good.
Yes, obviously Mafia 2 was better, but I never played it. I just played
Obviously.
Mafia
it's
3.
obvious. It was better, but I never played
Yeah, no,
it.
the mafia community is saying that,
Is it
and
a
I
bit
can
cutthroat? I
imagine
can
it.
imagine.
Yes, and I also took a lot of inspiration from Mafia 3 back then,
Oh, right. Yeah.
for my new map. And when I played Mafia 3, I came back to Minecraft like undercover and started a new map. Just built like a few vehicles in advance and started to record them.
Oh, I see. So, I mean,
And
like,
then
I gotta ask, was this was during the era of Berok edition? So you were on Berok, right?
yes, yes,
So
a long time ago in
did you
Bedrock, yeah.
not have a realm, or were realms not out at that point?
No, I didn't have one yet, but no,
Oh,
I do. I do know.
now I was gonna say yeah, because
Yes,
that's like the same.
I
That's
learned
like
from a
that's
mistake.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, I was gonna say that's like the ultimate safe way of saving anything.
Yes,
Like Bedrock Edition, like for me, like I used to obviously we both used to play like, the console version, right? Like the old version of
yeah,
Minecraft, right? Now
yeah,
the
I
It's a
know
good
that.
discontinued one,
version.
right? That one was so much more stable. But on Bedrock, if you have a world, especially like yours, I can imagine, right? Like some of your worlds, like you got a lot of you build a lot and you got a lot of big stuff, right? But it's like I can imagine that like it's so much more so much more susceptible to corruption and like corrupt like like the world breaking
Yeah,
and stuff like
it's
that.
a it's a
Having it on the realm is
50-50.
safer. Yeah.
It's a 50-50 when you close like Minecraft while you're in your map, or
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
turn off the power of the PlayStation and
Yeah.
then go back. It's a big 50-50
Can it
that you
it's like will
maybe
it be
lost your map.
yeah. Maybe haven't kind of thing.
I assume you've
Yes,
got a lot of backups of your world then. Like,
yes, I do.
Now he's got like USBs just in vaults just in
there's like
case.
You don't know, man.
outside hard drives
I
just full of
just
worlds.
I just transferred my map into PC. I
Yeah.
sent it on WhatsApp to many people to have backup.
Keep this. Why? Why are
Yes.
you sending me this, Barris? Keep it. Just don't worry. It's just in case of ages. Just shut up and take it. All right. Just shut up and take it. You're saying.
Yes, exactly like that. You don't know, man.
God damn, man. God damn.
I'm just having panic. Obviously, I started like a week ago. I'm like on summer holidays now. I started a week ago to make my own wallpaper map because I want to
Oh,
move into the wallpaper map to
yeah.
just start doing the city, But
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the map I'm having right now, I'm having this map for like nearly a year now.
Right.
Um, the map I'm having right now, I started doing a city and I had to do a lot of terraforming with the mountain common blocks. You know that?
Yeah,
The,
yeah,
the,
yeah.
the technique of doing mountains with the common block.
I've
But
heard of it. I know a friend of ours, Dr. Wasabi, he does that kind of stuff.
yes, exactly. And
Wasabi does it. Yeah.
I was doing that, but maybe I have 7 months of work into this map right now. But I think it's way smarter to move into a world painted map, what I do now,
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
that's gonna save me a lot of time. Because in that seven
Yeah.
months period, I maybe built like not even 50 houses, not even skyscrapers or anything, just houses.
Yeah.
and it's not a lot because obviously the mountains would take me a lot of time.
That's the thing that
And
takes most of my time. It's the terraforming or like
yes,
designing the ranges around it. Because you build in super flat, don't you?
yes, I built in super
Yeah,
flat and
you could.
just did
Yeah,
everything in custom,
the
by hand.
majority of the Minecraft builders that I've known, right, including yourself, have built in super flats, but some do build in just normal terrain worlds. I think Wasabi does that. You know, Wasabi, he's got like a,
Yes,
I
he's
forget the name of his
terraforming
world.
too, but
Yeah, he's
New
terraforming, but he terraforms the
Warden
main
City,
world.
anything like
That's
that.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Warden, Warden
It's
City,
a
I think.
strange thing. Yeah, it's a strange thing doing it in like a normal world, but I kind of guess
Yeah,
it makes sense to an
because
extent
you
because
have
you
to
have it.
terraform a lot, and then there's also the issue if you build like skyscrapers and you have like only 250 blocks for
Yeah,
skyscrapers.
yeah.
Like if you're on a super flat map, you have a little bit more space, but
You got that full amount kind of thing,
yes,
depending
yes,
obviously on what's beneath. But like, yeah,
yes.
yeah, that's the
So
thing.
yeah,
Well, I mean, on the context of maps and downloads, although you've given out some of your downloads for your builds, like your warehouse, log cabin, Mercedes, and Ferrari car dealerships, people have always asked if you would ever consider giving out your downloads for your long-term build worlds. With all your builds new and old, why haven't you shared these?
I'm not gonna give the cities out, I think, because I'm planning to do them for the marketplace. So
Mm.
Oh, like releasing
yes,
them on the actual
Oh,
official
yes,
Minecraft marketplace.
yes, exactly.
that's
Like
smart. Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, no, no, it really is. You know what I'm saying? That's
It's
it's kind of
stonks.
like, yeah, it
You know
stunks. You know what I'm saying? Stunks. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes. You know what I'm saying? But like, no, it's like, no, I never thought because it's like, you know, it is one of those things where you have, you know, obviously you have the ability to release downloads. Like, obviously you've
Yeah,
done it. You can do it, right?
I am also
But
in
it's kind of
two.
like you don't want to give it all away.
Not all now, right? It's
No,
yeah,
no.
that's correct. I'm also in two marketplace teams, so obviously I
Oh,
could just release a map if I
yeah,
would have
through
one.
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I don't have a map, so when I would
That's it. Yeah.
like continue on that map where I'm at right now with 7 months of work, and I think I just did a coastline with
Right.
it's like maybe 1,400 blocks long. It's like the longest way of the map, and it's a lot of terraforming. But it took me 7 months. And
Jesus.
the
Yeah.
map, the wall painter map I'm doing right now is like 8,000 times 8,000, I think.
So
So
it's
it's way
huge.
larger. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's huge.
I have
In
enough
the grand
space to work
scope.
with. Yes, I
Yeah,
have
like that is
enough.
mad.
It is.
God darn, man.
So
So I
I
mean,
think
with these,
yeah,
sorry, interrupt. I was gonna say with these building teams, like obviously because you're part of these marketplace builder teams, I've heard a little bit about it. I've got a few friends that do stuff like that. I think you might know. Do you remember Cosmic Reality? You remember him from back in the day from PlayStation
I
communities?
know him. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, yeah, Cosmic, he's a great guy. I used to chill with Cosmic quite a bit. I actually was in contact with him recently. He does some marketplace stuff because he was like yourself, you know, big into the building stuff. Except from he ran a lot more of the PlayStation community side of stuff, right?
Yes, he
But
had
like
the
yeah,
community post
yeah,
thing.
he had like the 100,000
Yeah,
communities
yeah,
back in the
yeah,
day,
yeah.
like
I
the
know.
big ones. It was like, oh, dude,
Yes.
like I mean, he came into mine and he was like, I'll help you, I'll help. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, Joe, I know what I'm doing here, trust me. And he proper just took control of the community. He was good with them back in the day. But like, yeah, I've heard getting into these teams, it can be quite a lucrative thing because like I know
It is.
there's a few creators that are a bit kind of stubborn about who gets to join and who doesn't. I guess it's kind of being careful. Like I know one, I'm not sure if you remember this guy from a long time ago. He was part of the same circle as Cosmic, yourself, Dr. Wasabi, etc. His name was King Crown or something. Remember him?
No,
You,
I
you
don't
ever
know
you
him.
never heard that name? No, he
Never
was
met him.
he was like a really hated dude in the PlayStation 4 building community, right? And it was because he had an ego, like he thought he was the best builder in like the whole PlayStation 4, like he was the absolute. I'm not even kidding, like he thought he
Okay.
was the literal best builder, and it was hilarious because he just absolutely wasn't. Like it was actually discovered a few times, like genuinely, that he'd actually taken other people's builds and stolen them, right? But you used to try and like lecture people, like say you were to say like, oh hey, I'm a builder, I want to come join, you know, your building team, right? He's like, you'll never succeed. You can never join. I'm so much better than you. You know, like
Sometimes it's so funny to realize that these are people that are in Minecraft. You know what I mean? It's such a chilled atmosphere, and then you got these
there was
people.
one guy. Yeah, there was one guy who like commented on one of his posts, like one of his videos. He only got about 6 or so videos, and one guy commented on it. And it was like, "Oh hey, would you like to join my building team, etc." I'm like, they're super polite. He was just asking him. And New Freedom replied back. Not New Freedom. Excuse me. God, they're terrible. King Crown replied back, and he was like, he was like something like, "Oh, you'll never make it in this industry. You have to be a good builder. You'll never be good. You know what I'm saying? You'll never be as good as me. You wish you could be." And it's like, Jesus Christ, the ego. It's like, yeah, no one's as good as me. I'm the best builder, and it's like, you're just not.
A lot of people in the micro community have a big ego.
Yeah, definitely. There's a few. There's definitely a few.
And Catman Joe.
Me.
Yes.
New Freedom.
Add to the list. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Same time.
Jokes on you. This is actually my show. Welcome to people with the biggest egos.
It's content.
I've actually got two of them here thinking they're here for a podcast.
Oh, that's what. Oh my god! You're saying this is that we're getting exposed here. This is what it is.
What's his face? Chris Hansen, but with
Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen exposed. Yeah, come take a seat. You know what I'm saying? Oh god damn man. But like no, I've heard those Minecraft building teams can be quite difficult to get into. So you're in 2 at the minute. How does that work? Like, what is it like working with those people? Do they tell you what to build?
Balancing 2 different teams difficult?
I don't know if you know Juicy Taz. He's a tutorial YouTuber like me. He has 25,000 subs on YouTube. He helped me to get into his Minecraft marketplace team.
Okay.
And that was like nearly a year ago now, I think.
Jeez.
And a few weeks ago, I got contacted by a marketplace team that would like to buy a few things of like a few buildings and stuff like that. And
oh wow. Yeah.
I joined his marketplace team, so right now I'm in 2 marketplace teams, but yeah, it is pretty lucrative, yes.
Yeah, I'd imagine. How does it work? Like, obviously not to be too invasive, of course, but like, how does it work? Like, as in like actually working? You get paid, right? Yeah, you get paid for doing that, don't you? Like for being a part of them. Yeah, and is it like
not monthly? You know,
no, it's not like a real kind of like day-to-day job.
It's kind of like, I assume, like whatever work that gets picked up by someone else.
Yeah,
is what you get paid for, like freelance.
I believe,
kind of.
Yeah, I think I guess it would be like you're more of a freelancer kind of thing. Like they bring you on, and there's like, well, we have work for you. You can do that.
Exactly.
No, that's it. Yeah. So I mean, how many marketplace content stuff have you produced or like co-produced, helped make?
I think 2 maps now. But
right, and these are 2 big marketplace ones.
Yeah, not big. Like I just did a few houses and stuff like that, and vehicles, but that's it. I didn't make my own map yet, so obviously
but
I would try to make one maybe for this year or beginning of the next year. Hopefully.
So is that a plan for you at the minute? It's kind of like you're working with these people, but like, is this a plan for you in the future? Like, say later on this year, maybe next year early, you're wanting to try and release your own map and get out there.
Exactly. That's why I make the new world painted map, so it saves me a lot of time. Yeah, and I can start and I can just start doing the streets, the buildings, stuff like that. And I don't have to handle the
terrain.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't have to handle all the terrain stuff.
Yes, because that really takes a lot of time, you know. And I think having a big base and then just editing it how you like is way easier than just doing everything.
No, I get you, man. I get you. Oh, fair enough, man. I guess going on from there, this is more regarding, I guess, your channel and the content in which you produce, because obviously, that's really where you mainly been, of course. What have been some of the challenges you've faced as a German content creator, who speaks English, right? But having to try and speak English, or having to try and produce content that's going to be understood by people that aren't German. Because obviously, like you yourself, you speak fluent German. English is like a second language, obviously. So how has that been, like making titles and descriptions and stuff like that, or even making a video in general? Is it hard to try to make it like work for everybody as opposed to just people that like obviously speak the same language as you?
Yeah, it is a little bit harder, but I think it's more like lucrative to do like the international publicum, because like way back then I started to make like yacht tutorials, and
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, yeah.
yes, and I made them just for the German viewers, and
Right.
obviously they have a lot of views, and
Yeah.
the video is going to get like shown up on American viewers too then, but who would click on a map, who would click on a video that's like
In
Minecraft
German.
Yacht bauen
Yeah.
Deutsch? You
Yeah,
know?
it's like you said, look at it like
Is that a
I
new
know
block?
what he's building, but like
Yes.
what is it that he's doing?
And
Like I can't tell.
obviously back then I would also talk while building.
That was something I
Yes,
was going to bring
and
up.
then
Like
when I start counting like 1, 2, 3, 4 in German, no one would understand it. In
no, because
like,
yeah, exactly. It's
yes,
not obviously English, of course. So is that kind of also kind of maybe played part into why you don't do as much commentary now? Because I've noticed that in a lot of
exactly.
your new tutorials, a lot of your new building stuff, you don't speak. It's more just kind of visual. You can follow
Yes,
along. But is that why? Is that because you just you know that
exactly.
you could speak fluent in German and teach people how to do it, but that's not going to help for the
Yes,
English viewers. Yeah, that makes sense.
that's why I don't talk. So everyone has the same
Experience.
exactly,
Yeah.
and I'm
It's probably a
trying.
broader audience for English speakers as well, I've
Yeah.
realized.
Yes, and back then, like 2 years ago, I think 90% of my views were German, and I
Hmm.
was just doing like live streams. How you
Yeah, I
do
remember
now?
that. Yeah, it was just
Yes,
you just sitting, just streaming, you playing on the world
exactly.
and working and stuff.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I was just city building in German, you know,
yeah.
and then I started to make also German ship tutorials, and
Hmm.
that's how I started to become a tutorial YouTuber instead of a Minecraft live streamer.
Yeah, yeah.
It-
Because I've noticed you more recently, especially, you've kind of moved away from that. You've kind of became
yes,
just more tutorial focused as opposed to other kind of like more. You could say personal content. I would say just streaming, right? That does make a lot more sense. Honestly, 100%. I do get that. That makes a lot more sense. That really does.
yeah.
That's,
I think I streamed like for 6 months and made like 700 subs
oh,
in
That's
okay.
that
really not too
time.
bad.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's
It wasn't bad,
Streaming
but
is really good for raking in new people as well, which is nice.
yes, and also
yeah.
for the watch hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for that.
I
Wasabi
Because
don't
knows what
want
we're
to
talking
speak
about.
about
Dr.
watch
Wasabi
hours.
yes,
just got monetization because of this. I'm telling you, Dr. Wasabi, he's been streaming non-stop, and it's so he could get his watch time up to
yeah,
the point
I
of getting
know that.
monetization.
I know that.
Oh no, of course.
I never had this issue because I just had like 10,000 watch hours when I
Oh
got
yeah,
my monetization. So
god
I don't
dang,
have
yeah. So
any
you're ready.
struggle with it.
Yeah, I'd
Thank
imagine,
God.
you know, from what I understand, you know, because obviously I've done a lot of different content, including build tutorials a little bit. I'm doing obviously one at the minute how to build the classic lobby, you know, from
Yes.
Legacy. But like I know that build tutorials do get a good amount of watch time, especially because it's people normally. You obviously say like, you know, if you make a tutorial that's an hour long, you know, someone if they're really dedicated to building it, they're going to watch the whole thing, and that's an hour watch time from one person, which, you know, 10 people,
And they're
20
probably
is
going to replay bits as well.
yeah,
No one
yeah, and
ever
that
watches it
often
all the way through
happens.
flawlessly.
Yeah,
And if
I
you
was going
have,
to
you're
say,
lying.
speaking with obviously what we just mentioned there and whatnot about, you know, trying to cater towards an English audience. Like you mentioned, you had about 90% of your audience that were German. Like this was
Back
you know, a
then,
few
back
years
then,
ago.
yes.
Back then, what would you say it is now to like English to German kind of thing,
I
right?
just checked yesterday.
Right.
Most of my views is 25%, and that will be American.
Oh,
And
wow, okay.
German is not even 10% for no.
Jeez,
Not
What's
even.
your
I
biggest percentage then?
It is
American or English?
American, yes, 25%
yeah,
just from American. And then
just
I think
yeah,
15% is UK,
right,
and
yeah,
then everything's under 10%, and that would be like Italy, Spain,
yeah. That's
Germany.
kind of what I mean. We have a note in the script. Obviously, you can see. You know, it's like a little note to the side. I added that as a note because I obviously personally could kind of tell. Like I would say my rough estimate would be between about 40 and 50% of your audience are English speaking YouTube, like are English speakers. And obviously that was correct. You know, 15% in the UK, 25% in the USA. So you have like, you know, basically just under or just half of your audience is from, you know, English speaking countries. And obviously Italy and stuff like that, they also speak English. You know, obviously it's
Yes.
Italian there mainly, of course, obviously, but there is places where they speak English.
I
So
find
it's
finding your
phenomenal.
audience to be a really interesting thing. Shout out
Yeah.
to the 4% of my audience that's Russian. By the
I've
way,
got people from the
4%.
Philippines. It's madness. It
Yes.
really it's
I
really
got a lot
rewarding.
of views. I got a lot of
Yeah.
views from the Philippines. I don't know why.
Yeah, I get people. I've had a lot of people, especially my streams, are from the Philippines joining. I'm like, where are you from?
Yes.
The Philippines, I
I'm
think,
like,
is very they're very active online.
yeah, that's what that's what it is. They're just active online for us. That's what it is. That's what it is.
No, genuinely, I've seen a lot of people say that like you've got stuff like Philippines, Maldives, and stuff. They're quite common to like come watch a lot
Yeah.
of English speaking content. I think it's also I've actually spoken to someone from I believe he was from Indonesia, and he was saying like yeah, there's a lot of people over this side of the world that watch English speaking content purely to learn the
Yeah.
language.
It's brilliant. It's so cool. I mean, it's such an interesting way of learning English, by just watching people that you enjoy and picking up from there. It's brilliant.
I
But,
don't
yeah.
know if they can learn anything from me. But
Well, that's it.
It's a smart idea. It is. It is a smart idea.
Maybe after
is.
the podcast, you can teach us in German.
Yes.
But we kind of.
I'm gonna make a tutorial for German.
Yes, super safe.
Minecraft words in
language.
German. We kind of touched on this
Okay.
earlier, but when we started working on the script for your episode, Joe told me about how you both originally got introduced to each other, which apparently you being an active poster on one of the many PlayStation 4 Minecraft build communities, and Joe contacted you regarding if you would ever be interested in letting him tour your world, which obviously you were, hence you're here. Do you miss the PS4 communities, and do you think the community section helped Minecraft builders meet one another?
Yes, it was a very good idea from Minecraft from PlayStation, from Sony, to like introduce that, and it
I
was
think PS4
really
communities was amazing.
yes, it was
yeah.
really it was a really dumb idea to remove it. I personally used use community to like advertise my yacht tutorials then. So that's how I at the beginning. That's how I got my viewers. Like I think it was absolutely mad for me back then because I just uploaded the yacht, posted it in the like community tab. Obviously, I was not spamming. Like I just
Yeah.
posted
Just
one time.
respectfully posting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I also didn't got any hate message like why you making self promotion or anything like that. They were like, "Thank you, that's a really nice yacht," and they also subbed me, and I was like doing one
Thanks.
yacht after another one, and every time I made one, I was like at the beginning of the video saying like, "Thank you for 1.2k subs," and then the next time would be 1.6k. That was
It's
very
just going
fast.
up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think
that's
I
it.
stopped, and that's why that's when I like stopped doing the advertisement, because when I had like a base of viewers, it's way easier to get like more views from YouTube and getting recommend from YouTube. But it was a
Yeah.
really good push for me to like get
Help
where
get
I
you
am.
motivated to kind of get
Yes.
further. I think that was again that was really I was very fortunate to meet you via that because I just started up it was like I was doing like a thing like Minecraft World Tours. That's what I was doing. Like every
Yes.
week I was trying to do a world tour thing. And I remember meeting you because I joined a few of the big communities. Like they had like 100, like this is the thing, the PlayStation
Absolutely
4
mad,
communities.
right?
They
Like
were
20,
huge and it was
20
crazy.
Yeah, 20 different communities.
For all building and all for
Yes.
like city builders and like some of the communities to get into them was difficult. Like there was
Yeah.
like I remember being in like 2 or 3 that had 100,000 members, which was like the maximum, right? For people that
Yes.
don't know. And I mean, you were in them, and there was a lot of other people, Dr. Wasabi and plenty of other people that I met via them, and just lovely people that were Minecraft builders sharing photos of like your maps that were getting built or things that you were doing or taking advice or feedback. And I never really fully could fathom why they got rid of that because it was such a good way
I
of
think
meeting
it was
people.
the spam aspect because there was a lot of malicious stuff in the background when it came to
Yeah.
like that sort of thing. I got
Yeah.
obviously every now and then you'll get like a message from like girl.
You remember, yeah, you remember like those
24681,
chat girls that you get
Yeah.
messages
Yeah.
from like the women that are
And
like
then-
check out our website,
and then they'll message you. But
But
now they're only
obviously-
restricted to messages. They used to have obviously communities to get lots of people at once.
But I think it would be way smarter when Sony would like made a filter for like
yeah, exactly.
banning
That's
that
it.
out.
Exactly.
Why
Exactly.
did they?
That's
Why
it.
did they have to remove it?
I think they tried to say in the statement regarding it. I think I've got
yes,
screenshots somewhere. It was something like it just wasn't being used, and it was like, get out of
Yeah,
here.
it
Yes, it
was.
was. There was communities
that's
that were being created, and then over the space of a month or two, we're getting to 100,000 members.
yes,
Cosmic Reality, who we mentioned here, some people probably here won't know him, but he was a friend of one myself, New Freedoms. We've known him. There's a few of my friends that know him. Cosmic used to be a main guy in running these big communities. He'd start a community and build it up, and he was like a main guy. And he had like 3 or 4 communities at 100,000 members, and they were active. They weren't
yeah,
inactive. They were all active. There was people in them. You had things like GTA 5 car meetups. You had YouTubers that had communities for themselves. Like I had my own community for my own like channel, right? And then there was lots of other people that had communities for themselves, right? And it was just they were definitely used. So to get rid of them was such a silly thing to do. It really was. It sucked, man. It truly did. Everybody I've
yes,
spoken to about it, they've all said the same. It just was such a dumb thing because again, it's so many people can meet each other. You know, like say, you know, like yourself, you're a Minecraft city builder, right? You could reach out and say, hey, is there anybody else here who's into building cities? I could use some help or what, and people would come and help, and it was awesome. And it was just such a great way of meeting people. And then they got rid of them, and it was like such a waste. It was such a waste of a great way to communicate and meet each other.
that's
Truly
true.
was,
They
hundred
didn't
percent.
as like a other opportunity to make that. Like they just removed it without adding something new or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I think at first a lot of people kind of suspected it was like, you know, okay, they're gonna get rid of it, but they're gonna add it back, but maybe just for
Yes,
PS5
or
or like they're
maybe
gonna like a better version,
yes,
you know?
exactly, like a better version, but they did
But they
nothing with
never.
it.
It
It's
was
not
like, you know,
technically out of the picture though, if you think about it, because I mean they reintroduced the old party system again because
yeah,
no one
that was
liked it.
dumb. Yeah, that was I
The
think
fact that they did that in
PlayStation
the first place
recently.
sucked.
Oh yeah, it was. I think PlayStation recently. I've said this in a few of my streams. PlayStation recently, for me, I love PlayStation. I love Sony. I
Exactly,
love
they're
this console.
doing
This PlayStation 4 was what helped me build my channel, my entire now career. Right, I'm so thankful for it, genuinely. But over these past few years, it's became very anti-consumer. Like, you know,
yes,
they've done the party thing, which was the dumbest thing ever, making it so you can't make private parties just by yourself. And then they
yes,
obviously years later thought that was a bad idea. And then they brought them back, and then they got rid of communities, and they got rid of this and this and got rid of other things. And then it was just they've milked it, they've ruined it. Now they've added this new PlayStation subscription service. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. The whole
yes.
like the new tiers. I don't know if you've seen it, Joe.
Oh,
It's
I've not
basically it's
seen
like
that. That's weird.
it's they're trying to make, you know how there's Xbox Game Pass. They're trying to make
Oh,
they're
they're trying to
like
compete.
their own, yeah, they're trying to make their own version, but it's just the game, they don't have any good games. Like I was hoping that they would have games like I know Barris, if you play games like Black Ops 2 from like the
Yes.
PlayStation 3, yeah, I love that. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, the old Call of Duties are like any old games. I was like, yo, if
Oh,
they had
that was the
those,
best. That
yeah,
was the
that was
best
it.
Call of Duties, and
Hundred
then
percent,
and
hundred
then
percent.
Activision and they studios that just started to make like
Trash, just
one
garbage.
trash Call of Duty, then another
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
and obviously every Call of Duty would be worse than the
The
other
last.
one, the last one,
It just
exactly.
kept getting worse.
And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
I think
at first,
Sony is on the same path right now. Hopefully they get
yeah, they're
rid
making a
of
lot
it.
of mistakes.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do. Like the last 2 years, they added nothing smart and just
No.
removed a lot of things that were like working and just
Yeah.
fine, and
Well, it was
just
like, do
get
you
rid
guys
of
remember
it.
the app? I remember. I don't know if you guys had this on your phones, but you used to have even on
Yes,
online. You used to be
Oh,
able
they
to edit
destroyed it, didn't
your.
they?
Yeah, you used to be able to. They've got the app now. You can still get the app for PlayStation, but and this
I'm
is a
sure
weird
I've got
tangent,
it
but
on
like
here.
it was, you used to be able to edit your profile photo and stuff like that online or like via the
Yes.
internet, like and stuff, and also on your phone, right? But then they got rid of it. They got rid of it, so you can't edit your banner or like you know your background. Yeah, like that. I've got it myself. Yeah, they got rid of it though, and they changed it and stuff like that, and they made it worse for the consumer. And
Also,
it
the
feels like they're
messaging
really going
app. You know, like
backwards.
how they had like a few other apps that were like they had 4 apps. It was like the main one that I just
Yeah,
showed
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Then it was
Main
like
one, communities, messaging, and
Messenger.
something else.
Yeah, thank you. I don't remember what that was. I never had it. But messaging one got taken down for a bit because they didn't support it for a little bit. I don't know if it's up again. I
Yeah,
really doubt if it is.
it's all in one
But
now.
it might be. Yeah, I think they merged it. But obviously, communities got completely eradicated
Yeah,
because they don't exist
yeah,
anymore. So I don't know. I feel like they just never know what to do. Even with little changes like that stupid party system thing that they did, where you can't just
yeah,
create a party, was stupid because I just literally all it did is whenever I wanted to get into a party on my own, so I'm not in game chat because I don't want to be in game chat.
yeah,
You know, I'll play stuff like Apex, so I'm always in game
yeah.
chat if I'm not in a party. What I'll literally do is add my other account into a party and sit in there
Yeah,
with myself.
had to
Yes.
do
It's
it.
so stupid. It's so
Yeah.
why make it that hard?
Why and what executive at the board meeting said, guys, I've got a great idea. How about we get rid of the ability to sit by yourself and play the game? How about we just make it so you have to always add someone to play? Like, I had people, friends of mine, to be like, Joe, is it okay if I add you to a party? You never have to join. It's just so I can go and play a game while in a party. I'm like, yeah, it's no worries. It's all good. Like, it was the dumbest thing, man. It was so anti-consumer, and there's so many things they're doing currently right now, including the PlayStation 4 community thing from back in the day that was so anti-consumer, and it was such a shame. It really was. But moving on from there, obviously, of course, because that was a little tangent, and it's a good bit, of course, obviously. I wanted to kind of speak about like the amount of time that you put into your tutorials. Obviously, you know, you put a lot of time in. You put insane levels of effort into all your tutorials, but there definitely are some that must require just hours upon hours of research and work, obviously. And with you juggling between doing YouTube and your real life responsibilities like school, and I'm not too sure if you do work, but also work as well if you do, it's hard to really imagine how much time you've invested into some of these tutorials. But what is probably the longest time you spent researching, designing, planning, and then obviously making the build tutorial?
The cruise ship. The cruise
The
ship
cruise ship?
I just uploaded 2 months ago. But I gotta add to it that I didn't design it because that will just explode the
Yeah.
frames, you know. It took me it's a 20 hours tutorial. 20 hours of just recording it. Just recording.
What?
Yes. Just go on my channel if you don't believe me and just look. There are like 7 parts and each part goes 2.5 hours. It's like 19.5 hours or something like that. It's one
Jesus, man.
tutorial, is it?
So
And
did you record that all in the same day? Or
no,
no? I
obviously
was gonna
not.
say,
I
I
was
was gonna say, I was gonna
no,
say, did he just wake up one day and go, you know what, guys, I'm just gonna sit
no,
here for
but
19 hours and keep
but
building
you also gotta think. I just searched on Planet Minecraft and messaged the designer, like the builder of this cruise ship, and asked him, "Hey, can I make a tutorial of it?" And if he would say yes, I would take the cruise ship and just go on my PC into Minecraft and download it, and then just I had to rebuild it on the PlayStation.
Yeah,
So
oh my god, man.
yes, so it took me like 7 or 8 hours to rebuild it, and then I had to record it again, and then I had to obviously I'm editing in Chef
Edit
Factory.
it. Yeah, of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then I have to edit in Chef Factory, and then
Oh
I
my
have
god,
to
all the footage in Share Factory must have been a pain because doesn't it cap at like
yes,
Yeah.
90,
Yeah,
but
70 minutes?
there's a limit at 1 hour, like
yes.
59 minutes, and you can't do that much with it. It's really bad.
So I uploaded it on YouTube on private, and then I just download my own video on YouTube, and then edit to Bundes Movie Maker, make it like a
Oh
two
my
and a half
god.
hours part, and then I have to export it again, and that takes also like 2 or 3 hours, and then I have to upload it again on YouTube, and then I have to set up the
Jesus.
titles, the
Yeah,
text,
thumbnails and
the
everything. Yeah.
thumbnails, and then it's ready to go on YouTube.
How long would you say then combined, if you could try and even work out, like how long would you say you spent doing that entire thing?
I
Like
don't
all the
know.
time included.
I really don't know
So
because when I
it sounds like days of
yes
work.
I feel like
because
you kind of get into a fever dream and just like exist on Minecraft for a good amount of
no,
hours
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
come back to reality.
like I was like when I like I do it overnight where I'm sleeping, you know, I just let it render, you know, and then I just wake up the next day and then just
Then it's like the good to go.
yeah, exactly. So
Dude.
but it's
I
really a lot of time. Like these tutorials take a lot of time. I also built
yeah.
like a mansion. It's a Second Empire themed mansion, like a Victorian one.
Right.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
also 12 hours or something like that. The last cruise ship I did was like the first cruise ship was 1 year ago. That was also a 12 hours tutorial. I
Oh my
also
god.
in January I did the US Bank Tower. It's a skyscraper. It's also a tutorial that goes like 8 hours. So I got a lot of buildings that go many hours.
I do apologize, guys. Sorry, my dad shot me there, but I was listening. I do apologize. But dude, I honestly, I kind of genuinely, I personally thought your answer would have been, you both. I don't know if anybody here has played Grand Theft Auto. I know that obviously New Freedom has and Joseph and I has, but anybody listening perhaps or watching. But there's the building, the Maze Bank. You know what I'm talking about? You know,
Yes.
it's like it's a real building. It's a real building.
I've jumped off that many times.
Yeah, the same. You have to say, but you know, Barris, you built a replica of that building, the actual Maze Bank building. You built it, and wasn't it twice you built it? Because you built it before in your other world, then you lost it. I thought, and then you
Yes.
had to rebuild it again.
Yes.
Dude, how long did that take you, man? Because that was a big tutorial. That got a lot of love, a lot of support. Like that was a big tutorial.
Yes. Well, I really don't know how long it took me.
That
Like
yeah.
maybe 5 hours to design it, and then I lost it, and then I obviously had no motivation to build it again. So
Yeah.
it
No.
took
Yeah.
me just I just put it
I
away
feel like
for a few
building on
months.
Minecraft for this amount of time is so prone for burnout. Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
god.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
That's
and then I just put it away after I lost the world. And in December or January, I started to build it again, and just
After 2 months of
directly.
crying.
Exactly.
yeah. 2
And,
months of just dying.
and then I just rebuilt it and then just started to record it directly without taking a break, so I don't like wait until
Yeah.
I start recorded,
Oh,
so I don't.
dude. So one whole take, the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yes.
Jeez, dude, that's mad.
That took me
That
like
is
that took me like maybe three, like with building it, designing it,
yeah.
recording it was like three recording days, something like that, each a
Jesus,
few
man.
hours always.
That is mad. I mean, obviously it was a great turnout. You know, I remember seeing that post about it when you were going to premiere it, and you had a lot of people liking it, a lot of people like ready to see it. It was like, oh
Yes,
wow, like he's
it's
built that. That's
also
insane.
it's also having good amount of views for the
Yeah.
time
Oh
it's on
yeah.
YouTube.
Oh
So
yeah. Definitely.
I don't blame like that I
You don't
have
regret it.
to. Yes, I don't
Yeah.
regret it, and I also don't blame that I have to put like a lot of time into it, so it get a lot of views,
Yeah.
because
Well, so
it's worth,
it
at the end.
yeah, that I think a lot of people don't really fully understand that, you know, with like there's certain types of content that you can make on YouTube, especially on Minecraft, right? But building tutorials, I have so much admiration and respect for content creators like yourself who do build tutorials, because it's one of the hardest forms of content to make a tutorial. Like you aren't just building something. You got to make sure you build it, that it's built right, but also as well make sure that people can actually build it as well. You know, you can't just go and build something like super fast, you know, like no, you got to make sure people can follow along and build it with you. And
Yes.
that's a big thing that you've had to do, of course. And it is. It's mad. It really is.
Yes.
Truly.
I mean, if you want me to move on, we can. I didn't know how to
We
segue
can. I
there.
was waiting for Joseph. I was waiting for
No
Joseph to
worries.
segue.
Right, well, although you are a tutorial content creator, and creators of that niche usually don't have many enemies, as they are not in obviously competition with others, unless you're Joe. You've mentioned that that you have an ongoing conflict with this YouTuber MC Foxy, another Minecraft build tutorial creator that caused this. And where did this start? Sorry about the start. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm getting that correct. MC Foxy, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
How did your controversy with him start?
It started, I think, 2020. We were like I don't know if you
So
know
this
the
is a long time
name.
ago,
It's
2 years ago.
Yes, yes.
Is it still ongoing as well, or like I know I said
Yes.
it's ongoing, but like to this
It's
day?
Yes. Wait, let me explain the story. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like 2020, something like that, and maybe it was 2021. I don't know. December. It was around December. I don't know if you know the builder called Shockflyer. It's also a
No.
Minecraft builder. He's doing more modern type of things, also yachts. And obviously, I was doing yacht tutorials, and I
Yeah.
didn't want to do more yachts because right now I'm having 50 yacht tutorials, only yachts. And people were asking me, "Hey, do more yachts, do
Yeah.
this one, do this one. I
I didn't
want more
realize there was
yachts."
such a big thing for Minecraft yachts.
Yes,
God damn.
and I really saw a lot of potential in Shockflyer. He did very good yachts, and I told him, "Dude, just start YouTube. I'm gonna explain you how everything works. I will help you to grow your channel." And he didn't have the motivation. He started to make one or two videos, and then he stopped. And while I was in the party talking with Shockflyer, there were also a guy called Reactor, and
Right.
that was obviously MC Foxy we now know.
Oh. Right.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw way more potential in him, and he was like, I can't say anything against him. He's a pretty good builder. He's a pretty good all-rounder. You know, he can build military stuff. He can build skyscrapers. He can build ships. He can build everything, vehicles. And I saw the potential, and I told him, "Dude, I'm gonna help you because Shockflyer is not having."
He's not really interested in it at the minute,
Yes,
but like
he
I'll help
isn't.
you. Yeah.
Yes, and it felt pretty good for me, you know. I'm just
Yeah.
raising another channel while I'm raising my channel. It
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
a
It's
pretty
it's
nice
it's good to
feeling.
have a friend, man. It's like it's good as well that
Yes,
you have like someone that's like, yo, yeah, he's my
and
like if something happens to you, you've got him as a backup, as a friend.
exactly.
It's what you
And
need, man.
I had so many plans with MC Foxy. I wanted to stream with him. You know, we had a lot of cooperation we wanted to do.
God damn, man. I mean, and obviously from there you said you've had a beef with him though, and that kind
Yes,
of beef. Obviously, I looked over his
the
channel
beef
and
started. Yeah.
yeah. So no, I was gonna say I looked over his channel and he does do. Obviously, I know it's kind of hard to obviously differentiate slightly, of course, from each other, but he does. His content is eerily very similar to yours. Like there was a
Yes,
level of
because
like similarity. It's quite kind of on parallel.
yes, obviously, because it was like, for me, it was like raising a second New Freedom MC channel called MC
Yeah,
Fox,
yeah,
you know, because
yeah,
I, you know, I was sitting in the party with him and just explaining, you gotta do this, you gotta do this like that, you should do that, and obviously his channel would end up being very similar to my one,
yeah,
and I was fine with that. I'm still fine with that because there's nothing I can do against him, against that. And obviously I was helping him in everything, and
mm-hmm.
it was like I gave him the sheet on, I don't know if you can say sheet or if that fits in, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gave him like a full tutorial on how you should do your titles, your thumbnail, your tags. And I just explained in everything about YouTube and told him, if you do it exactly like I told you and just like continue doing it for 6 months, you will see that it's worth.
you'll see
And he did.
growth, like kind of thing.
And I
Yeah,
can't say anything against him. He just started to do like daily uploading for 3 or 4 months without having a break. He was
wow.
doing more videos than me back in this time. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
he was really hustling, and he deserved it, you know.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
then
He's
he
working
started,
hard.
yes, and then he made a Discord server. Obviously, I was mod in this Discord server, and there was a guy, I don't know the name of him anymore. It was just a video of him. He was
All
having,
right.
he had like 1.4K subscribers back at this time, and we were also good friends without talking about YouTube. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
we
Just in general,
yes,
just friends. Yeah, yeah,
exactly. I was trying to do my best, like on being good friends beside YouTube. We were playing a lot of Grand Theft GTA, you know,
yeah, yeah,
playing some
yeah,
races and stuff like that. And
yeah,
then
yeah.
someday it just happened that he did like a couple of mistakes in a row that I didn't like, and I
Right.
told him that, and we were not having beef, but our relationship, our friendship weren't the best at this moment.
Yeah.
And
Just a lot of disagreements and that sort of thing.
exactly, like for example, leaking WhatsApp chats or something like that in
Oh
the
God.
Discord. Yes,
Oh
I just
no.
told him, why would you do something like that
Yeah,
without
yeah,
letting
yeah.
me know? That's just dumb. And
Yeah.
also like comments on I should do a warehouse because it got a lot of views on NewFreedomMC's channel and stuff like that. I mean I helped him with everything, and it felt like he was putting a knife into my back, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Stabbing you
And
in the back, really.
yes, and there was a guy in the chat in the Discord that was like triggering me, you know? He was
Oh.
talking disrespectfully against me, and uh, in one comment he said new liar MC, like, you know,
Yeah,
but in
yeah, yeah,
Very
German, you
yeah.
know.
creative.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Very great. Yeah.
Yes, but obviously in German
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would mean
Mhm.
new Lügen MC. And I told
Right.
him, if you say that one more time, I'm gonna ban you from the Discord server, you
Yeah, yeah.
know.
Yeah, he's just
And
been insulting and rude.
yes, he triggered me. He forced me to do it. He just typed it over and over again. I banned him, and then MC Foxy uh, messaged me. Why have you banned him? He was an active follower of my channel. Uh, and I just told him, dude, he was disrespectful.
He's been disrespectful. Yeah.
Yes, you gotta stand. You gotta stand behind me. You gotta.
You can. He can see it. He can go to the
Yes,
logs and he can see like
I
you're
helped
being
him.
rude.
I helped him to get like 1.4k subscribers. That's exactly what I told him in German. I helped you to get 1.54 k subscribers. When I take one subscriber from you because he was disrespectful to me,
You
does
can't.
it
You
really
can't. Yeah,
matter?
it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's like if it wasn't for me, obviously, yeah, he's worked hard, and yeah, he's like you said, credit to him, he's worked hard. But you're the one who gave him the blueprints to make what he is now.
Exactly.
And you're not trying to, oh, I want full credit. Like, no, you're just saying, like, dude, we're friends. You trust me more than this person. The guy was being disrespectful to me.
I
Like, you should
also
value me enough to say, like, hey, that's wrong. I'm not going to allow that. You get out of here to that guy. You know what I mean?
yes. Obviously, I also like our trust level was pretty high at some point because I also
Yeah.
had his YouTube password, his YouTube
Oh,
log,
right.
and
Yeah.
I had everything about him.
Yeah.
And I just told him, yeah, like, if you don't stand behind me and let him banned and stuff like that, I'm just gonna end our friendship here,
Friendship.
We
Yeah.
go each way. And
Mhm.
he was texting me like a lot, no, dude, let's not do it and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
my trust against him was gone,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
obviously, I'm like, some days I'm thinking like, damn, it's pretty sad how everything went because we had a lot of content we could do. He
Yeah,
was
you guys are two very skilled builders that like
Yes,
are able to work together very well.
we had so many opportunities to do stuff, and also I wouldn't say that I could ever like I could ever be a friend with him again because our trust issue is my trust issue is way too big for
It's
him,
been
I guess.
broken.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it's
it's
broken.
a
And
it's a real shame. Sorry, cutting there. It's a real shame because it's far and few, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about here. You can meet a lot of people on the internet, like a lot of lovely people, right? And there's some bad people, sure, but it is far and few that you find someone who you really like and who you can really work with. Like
yes,
for me and Joseph here, Mass Cynic, I've known him for 5 6 years now, and
Since I was what,
uh,
12?
yeah, since he was he's a young man now, right? Since he was like 12, obviously, of course. I'm 22 right now. I met him when I was 16, of course. So I've known him for many years, and we've worked together since he was a kid, since I was a young teen, 16, and that's how we have this great chemistry, and that's because we've like when I met Joe, he wasn't like Joe wasn't even really a YouTuber. Joe kind of got into it. He was
I didn't really
still
have a
doing it
much. I had
passively.
a little interest, but like not as much as I did like afterwards. So
Yeah. Yeah, and then we met and we started working together a little bit, and we had our hard times and whatnot as friends and stuff like that. But like we kind of mended those bonds. Like at the minute, we're stronger than ever, and that's how we do this podcast. But it's like I couldn't, there's not many people that I have that sort of like relationship with. Like where you guys really just work together, and that sounds like what
yeah,
you had with this other guy, MC Foxy, and it's a real shame that
yeah,
he kind of done that. And from you explaining it. It isn't you done anything wrong. This guy was being disrespectful to you, not MC Fox. He's one of his fans. They were being disrespectful to you, and that's not right. And you warned him. He kept going. He was clearly just trying to antagonize you. So then you banned him, right? And that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure. MC Fox, you could say, why did you do that? But you explained it to him. He can see the logs. And he should stand by you. You should say, yeah, you're my friend. Like, no, bro, I owe you a lot. Like, you're my bro. Like, no, I'm not gonna. Like, yeah,
exactly.
you're right. Get rid of him. Like, what matters? Like you said, what does it matter? One random guy compared to a friend
Exactly.
that who helped
It's
you build your thing, man. Like, no,
it's
dude,
ridiculous. Yeah,
yeah, man.
I also try my best to have like a real friendship with him, like
Yeah, well, that's it. Like,
not
not just
only
business.
always exactly not only
Yeah, yeah,
business
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
always
yeah,
talking about YouTube. We were playing GTA. We were
yeah.
doing some some race
the
missions
the
and stuff
the
like that.
fact that you had him on WhatsApp and you had his YouTube
Yes,
password, like you guys were close as friends. Like me and Joe, we mainly talk business, right? Like we were mainly just talking about podcast stuff. I message him like a voice message a day talking about it, right? But like there, like
Well,
we have done stuff like yeah, they got one. But like we do like we play games together occasionally and whatnot. It's on the rare occasion, maybe Apex, or we used to play GTA together and stuff like that, or Minecraft. But like that's friendship. We're friends, you know what I'm saying? But we're also business associates, and that's what you tried
yes,
to have with this guy, and that's such a good thing to have. But it's a shame that he just burnt that bridge. It really is.
exactly. And
And
I also gotta like say he has a lot of potential. You know, he
oh
can.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
He can.
certainly.
I'm pretty sure he's going to be a big YouTuber in 1 or 2 years if he
Hmm.
starts, if he continues like he does right now. And I only wish him the best, like you
Yeah,
know. But I'm also like having a little bit of hate in me because like
yeah.
not like hate, but
Not hate like as in like a physical. You don't hate him or
yes,
wish him like bad things upon him. You hate how things ended up. You know, like you hate
exactly.
how you like how that relationship just deteriorated when
Because
it really shouldn't
exactly,
have.
it's really a shame how it ended up because you gotta think without me there would no MC Foxy be, you know.
No.
I told him
Yeah.
you should do YouTube. I told him call your name like that, do
Yeah.
that, you know. There
You
won't
know,
be no
yeah.
MC Foxy without me, so he
With that,
full
with
should be.
MC Freedom, yeah, with that new Freedom MC, there'd be no MC Foxy. You know, it wasn't actually till the other night. I was sitting with a friend of mine, Ree. She's the artist for the podcast, and also for me personally, she's a good friend of mine. She was the one who actually pinpointed it because it never clicked right away. But she was like, "Yeah, you know, MC Foxy, new Freedom MC," and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's the same. Like it's the same MC," and it just kind of clicked then. But it was like that's
Yes,
how close you guys were. Like that's how
yes.
like how much you really inspired his channel, and the fact that he's kind of, you know, when was the last time he contacted you?
Say again, please.
When was the last time he messaged you or you guys even spoke?
Well, I think over a half year ago. No, I
Oh
don't know the
damn.
date. It was
Yeah.
it was something around like October last year.
Jesus, man.
Yes.
That is a shame, and it is a real shame. Do you have any plans to contact him, or are you
No.
just waiting for him to
No, no.
contact you?
I wouldn't I wouldn't I don't know if I would like that he contact me, but
Hmm.
I also wouldn't never I would never contact him.
What if he
Right.
was to
Yeah.
message you with an apology one day?
He apologized long time ago, you know, for
But it
being.
didn't fix it.
Yes, he tried to fix it, but there's no trust that I can ever see in him again, you know. So that's why.
Yeah.
So that's and I was the only one who tried to have like a friendship between us
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
when I was messaging him, hey dude, let's play GTA. He was like saying, okay, but I gotta end my editing, my YouTube editing, and that
Hmm.
stuff he told me when I told him that you are disrespectfully for me. He said I was designing tutorials for your channel. I came into your world. You told me to build a airplane. I did it, and you made a video of it and earned money with it. And I told him, you know what, MC Foxy, with all that designs you gave me, I made like nearly even, not even 50,000 views that are
Yeah.
like not even 100
No, no,
euro,
I mean,
euro.
like
And
usually
I'm
like
pretty
the point
sure,
of reference. Sorry, I was just gonna say like, usually
yes,
the point of reference is like per thousand views is like a pound or a dollar, right? So
yes,
say you got 50,000 views, and not all that is ads, right? So you know you maybe earn 30 euro from it. Maybe I'd say a rough estimate 30 euro, but you never know. It could have been less than that, right? Or maybe a little bit more.
no,
But
my
like
CPM
that's
is
it.
two, you know. I
Yeah, yeah, all right, yeah. So yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I told him I made not even 100 euro of your
No.
tutorials, and
Mm-hmm.
when you get to this point where you own your own money with YouTube, when you have your 1,000 subs,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that you're gonna have it in 2 months.
Oh
And
yeah.
he's monetized for like a half year now. I'm pretty sure he had made over 100 euro now, you know?
Yeah.
So
Must have. Yeah.
so telling me that I should be grateful because I gave him, he gave me designs that I could upload. I don't know, man. I made
It's like saying you should be grateful. It's like you are like, yeah, thank you, but like what do you want? Like what more than that does he want? Like, you know, you gave him the inspiration to do YouTube. You've gave him to an extent a bit of a job. Like you've kind of like
exactly. I
I
gave
mean,
him the
you could look at it. You
opportunity.
could look at it both ways. Yeah, like you could look at the, you know, you gave him the motivation, the inspiration, and the blueprints really. You know, like you know,
Exactly.
looking over his channel, I don't know him personally, right? And I don't want to speak as if I do, but looking over his channel, you can very clearly see he is not exactly identical to you, but there are similarities.
Heavily inspired.
Like I heavily inspired. You can see the similarities from the thumbnails to how he makes his videos. I mean, for God's sake, it feels like you could re-upload one of his videos and I'd say it's yours. To me, like that's how like similar it was, and it's like, yo, like there's clear similarities there, clear inspiration, and that's fine. But like, you know, for him to be like that or to make about money, like money is what ruins things for people and ruins
Yes.
friendships, and to bring that up, it's not exactly the best option.
It was pretty
100%.
sad because he was a really nice guy in my eyes. He was a little bit
Yeah.
like arrogant, I think, from my
Mhm.
opinion, but it was fine by me, you know. I gave him
Yeah.
the opportunity to maybe, if he's doing it right, to live from YouTube.
Mhm.
And the only thing I gotta say to MC Foxy is, if he's listening right now, it's your mission, it's your must have to find another designer and do the same thing I did with you.
Yeah,
To
pass on the torch kind of thing.
exactly do the same
Yeah.
thing that I did with him. It's he has no idea, and maybe I don't know. I don't wanna like say you don't have the
Yeah.
feelings. It feels pretty good. It feels really good to
It's
see
yeah.
to have like another one that you raise up while you go
That
up
you
to, you know.
inspired, that you helped build. Yeah, like I know what you mean.
Exactly.
For
I
me, I've got
see,
it. Yeah.
you know, I see he's making 100 in subs and I'm making 200 subs. He is doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty
You're
well.
doing really
We,
well. Yeah.
yes. And that was like really fun. And it was pretty sad for me because I had pretty nice, like it felt pretty nice for me to have, and I think it also added a pretty good karma for me, you know, to have
Yeah.
like
It's to do something good for someone else,
exactly.
not with the kind of value of like you're getting paid for it, or it's like something that's going to help you. You're just helping someone. Like that's
Yes.
such a great thing. It's always a nice thing to do, man. There's nothing better than it.
Yes, and I really hope he's doing the same thing to someone else. I don't wish him that everything that happens between us happens to him again. But
Yeah. No.
maybe he has that feeling then how I felt in this moment,
And then
you
he'll
know?
kind of understand maybe a little
Yes.
bit better.
And
Yeah.
if he understands that and then contacts me again, maybe I would be up to like
Try and build some bridges, kind of thing.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Because if he's not making the same experience than me, I don't know if I could ever talk
Yeah.
with him
He's got
again.
to kind
Because
of, it feels like he's got to kind of mature a little bit. You want him to kind of like understand, like
yes,
you don't have to explain it to him. Like he shouldn't have to be told or explained. He should understand how you felt, and from there, hopefully be at the same level as you on the level of maturity and respect. You have equal respect for each other. You understand each other's value. That's how it should be as a friendship. That's how it should be.
yes,
100%. Definitely. I'm going on from there, of course. Obviously, we do have the Forgotten Seven, right? And I don't want to bring that up, of course. Let me just close this here like this. Sorry. Going on from there, obviously, we got the Forgotten Seven. Now, all right, Barris, we have a reoccurring segment on the podcast called the Forgotten Seven. I've read that twice there, where we
yeah,
ask our guests seven a little bit more personal questions to get to know them a little bit better and help paint a more clear picture of who they are as a person behind the content. So what I'll do is I'll ask you 7 questions, and you give us the most genuine answers you can. Does that sound okay?
sure.
Awesome, bro. Right.
Oops.
Right. So, oops. What happened there? I got down. What was that squeak? You're saying, what does your typical content creation outfit look like? Like, what do you wear when you're making videos or streaming?
Adidas. Nike.
Adidas, yes, 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 Adidas. Yes.
I'm just wearing some shoes, dude.
Oh my God,
I'm going
yes.
with my some shoes to school, man.
New
Yes,
Freedom,
man.
this is the only episode in about 20 episodes where I've not worn my outfit because it is too hot at the
Yeah.
moment. But it's actually
So,
up there.
yeah,
It's a full suit.
Yes,
he normally
you-
wears a suit, and I wear like
Yeah.
random casual stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
But
casual is
goddamn.
my theme too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Gosh
joggers
darn.
and stuff like that.
So do you normally, are you just always wearing Adidas? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Are you trying to look flash, like you're gonna get your
And,
coat look pretty
and
up?
Nike.
Yeah. Oh, Adidas and Nike. You know what I'm saying? Got the Nike
Yes,
there
I
as
hate
well. Like,
both
yeah,
of
man.
these brands.
Gosh damn, man.
I'm a super
Oh
joy
my
guy.
god.
I would say
Uh,
50% of my wardrobe is Adidas and Nike. So
Adidas is awesome, man. I love Adidas.
Yes.
I've
So
got
you've
Adidas
got a
shoes.
lot
I
of
love Adidas and Nike.
campfire
Yes.
fuel.
Oh, campfire. God damn. Joe just doesn't have any taste. You know what I'm saying? Look at him
I
wearing his
do.
lumberjack.
Super
shirt.
dry is elite in every way.
Super dry is a bit overrated,
love
in my
Super
opinion.
Dry.
Super
Wow.
yeah.
Well, the thing is, that's what makes us so different, Joe.
That is what makes us so different. Moving on from there, what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
ever been given.
Learn English.
Where, I was just like,
Best language.
Getting better at English. Get better at English, dude.
get better at English. I was like, oh god. Oh, man.
To be honest, I don't know. I think I don't have any advice.
You've never
that-
been told anything helpful.
No, I'm done.
No one's ever told him anything. He's just like, I wasn't listening.
This is
I
his
missed
first human interaction.
out. Yes. God dang.
No,
Alright.
I don't have any idea
Okay,
right now.
fair
What
enough.
should
That's
what I
fair
could
enough.
say.
What gives you your motivation then when making content?
Motivation, the money. No, joke.
No, oh my god! clip it! It's exposed. Money, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, what
No,
next?
just-
community. And
Community. Being a
Joe's
content
gonna have that.
creator and having
That's what it
nice
is.
comments, obviously.
Oh my god, Joe's gonna have that in the intro. It's like the skit. It's gonna be like what, like they just the clip. What inspires you? And we're both so like, yeah. What inspires you? And just money. You know what I'm saying, like money. God.
Money.
God damn, just money.
In a Minecraft world.
God
Yes,
damn,
exactly. Money.
God
In a
damn.
rich mansion.
Oh
Yeah.
god, man. All right, God. So is that your genuine answer here? Money is that what we're saying?
No,
here?
obviously not.
No.
It's
a ladies,
like
isn't
helping other people, you know, because back in 2016 or something like that, I was watching Spaza's tutorials, vehicle
Oh.
tutorials, while I was building my own
Right.
city, you know. So
Yeah.
So
Wait, did you say Spaza?
yes, exactly. Spaza's
Wait, because I think I know who Spaza is. I'm pretty sure, right? From my understanding. Let me just double
Yes.
check here. Spaza is it Spaza?
he's
We
the
talking about the same
goat.
person. Spaza 27 YT.
Exactly.
Spaza 27 YT. Is that you talking about?
Exactly. Yes.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, I met him.
He's the
I've
goat.
not met him. I've sadly not. I've not had an introduction to him. I know I met him via Dr. Wasabi because Wasabi knows him as well, and I've heard of him. I've never talked to him, never met him, but we wanted to maybe get him sometime on this show. But like,
He is
I've heard such
a
good
nice
things about him.
guy. He is not playing
God
Minecraft
damn.
anymore, unfortunately, because
Yeah, does
he's like
he not have a family?
yes, exactly. He's having
Yeah.
5 children or
Wow.
5, I think. Yeah,
God damn.
he's pretty much in family life. You know, he's working, and then he
Yeah.
was doing YouTube beside that. And I had the luck. I was luckily because I could meet him a lot of times and play with him. He's such a nice
Yeah.
guy. He's from the Netherlands, you know. And
Oh, is he?
If you ask me, he's the greatest of all time. He's the GOAT.
Like,
He-
see, like you hands down love.
Yes,
Like this guy's
exactly.
good. Yeah.
I was
God damn.
it was a pretty proud moment for me because I was watching YouTube tutorials, obviously. So I was watching Crafty Fox and Lord Dacre, Yak Thunder. These are like all tutorials. Or Keralis was doing a lot of tutorials.
I think I've heard
in
of
that time.
koalas before, actually.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
and obviously, if you would need vehicles, you would watch Spaza. He was doing so many
Oh.
vehicles, you know. And
Right.
unfortunately, there was no one doing yachts, you know, and that's why I started doing it.
That's kind of
And-
like your niche, kind of thing.
Yes,
Yeah, that's where you came
Exactly.
in.
That's how I got like a base of viewers, you know. That's what gave me the possibility to do other tutorials and get more views and more viewers, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I get you. Bulgy
Money,
community as
exactly.
well.
Money,
But
money,
I saw
money.
each other. Money, money, money. Hey, hey. I'm
Yes,
saying, hey.
but I had to rebuild a base, you know, and my niche was ships and yachts. And
Yeah, yachts.
if you ask me, it's fine by me, but building yachts is not my passion, you know.
No,
It's not,
no.
it's not, it's
It's
not.
my passion. I love
Yeah.
building
It's
yachts.
my passion, you say.
My
Oh
passion would be
god.
to build like my would go to would be like houses and mansions, because I was building a lot of mansions, houses back then, and that's what I really have fun with, you know, building.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think
that's where
yachts
your
is where it's
passion is.
at, to be honest.
Exactly, and not
Yeah.
ships, but I saw the opportunity to get a base of viewers because no one was doing yachts, and the last yacht tutorial was 4 years ago and had 400,000
Jeez.
views, you know. So I
So there was an
didn't
audience who wanted it, but like there was just
There's an
exactly.
nobody doing it.
untapped
Yeah.
like
Yes,
well for
Lord
a
Yeah.
De-
while.
Reservoir.
Lord Decker was doing a few yachts, but
Mm.
they were a lot really outdated, you know, because they are like 4 years ago and
Yeah.
had a lot of views, and I was building those yachts too, but
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with them because I wanted new ones, better ones. So I started to make my own ones, you know?
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you.
And
Well, no,
that's
that's fair
how
enough.
and that's why I'm here right now, because I made
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
tutorials.
That's it, man. And it's great to have you here with that one. That's crazy
Thanks.
that you know
Thanks.
Spazza, though, honestly, because I heard of him via Dr. Wasabi. So to know that you know him as well, you know,
Yes.
I think you guys are friends, I think, on Discord, right? So I think that's what I saw. I've got him as a friend. I think he sent me a friend request at some time. I'm not too sure if that is him. But I think he sent me a friend request. I'm not too sure. But I was like, I wonder if that is him. But all right, well, going on from there then, what's your favorite gift you have ever received and why?
I think I would say my PlayStation 3.
Fair enough, fair enough. That's a good
back
console, I
in
can't lie.
back in 2008, I think, or 9.
Right, right.
Yes,
God
it was
damn,
for my
man.
uncle.
Oh, dude, that's
I think
awesome. It's
yes, I think that's the best gift I have,
where did you
because
game
that's
before that? Like, were you a gamer
no,
before the PlayStation?
not
Really?
not active. You know, my dad had a PS 2,
Oh
and he
yeah,
was, and obviously I was playing sometimes GTA.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was
San Andreas, Vice City, GTA
no,
3.
never played San Andreas, to be honest. I was playing
No,
the yes, man. I was playing
dude.
Vice City Stories. You know,
Vice City is good. Yeah,
yeah,
Vice City is
no,
good.
Vice
But
City Stories is that what I
oh, oh,
that
right. Oh,
that was
okay.
my first GTA Vice City
Oh
Stories.
damn, man. You missed out
Yes,
on some other good GTA's. I'm telling you. Like,
I
my
played
first
them.
GTA,
I
Grand Theft
played
Auto
them.
3. Right. Yeah, I was gonna
I also
say.
played Vice City, the normal Vice City one, the
Yeah, yeah.
original one, but I
The
never played
soundtrack in
San
that game's so
Andreas.
good. Yeah, no, man, San Andreas is beautiful. It's probably one of the hands down. GTA 5 is the best GTA of all time, subjectively.
Obviously, but
But
if you ask
San
me,
Andreas is behind it, I'd say.
yes, no.
True.
If you, I never played San Andreas, so I can't tell
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
you can't
if you
really.
ask
Yeah.
me, I would say GTA 4 is criminally underrated.
Oh, GTA 4, Nico Bellic. Oh, dude, that was
It's
good,
so
man. Same with the
underrated.
DLC, the Ballad of Gay
Yes.
Tony,
Oh my god, I
the
played that. The
biker
nightclub stuff
DLC.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh my
And
god, dude, it was
sometimes I'm
so good.
still listening to the club music
Oh,
of the
dude, yeah, yeah,
DLC.
man.
It's so nice.
Dude,
Not
man,
gonna lie, it's great.
I hope that we get GTA 6 and we can all play it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
I know one day it's going to come, but I hope it comes back to like the same way it used to be. You know, back in like GTA 4 where you could walk into your house and the door swings open and
Yes.
stuff, and there was a lot more freedom. You know, the internet cafes and stuff like that. I loved that, man. I thought it was like the best thing ever about GTA 4. That was brilliant. Well, that's a fair question. You know what I'm saying? PS3 for the best gift you received. I'll give you that. I guess going on from there, at this point in time, how would you exactly describe the way you are feeling? Like right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm
Pretty good.
like my life is going good at the moment. My
Hmm.
YouTube channel is going good at the moment. My
Yeah.
my physically like mind is going good at the
Hmm.
moment. I'm pretty chill, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it seems like that,
Everything
man. It
is
seems like you're in a good
every,
place. Everything's going forward.
yes, but I'm just waiting for the first, you know,
I get you. Sorry,
for the
Joseph's right now in the chat.
yes,
I don't know if you can see. Joseph's in the chat here saying he's been told he needs to go. We'll continue on from there then. We'll continue on from there. That's a
yes.
fair response. What is one thing we would never guess about you?
I'm from Turkey.
I mean, that was something you told me earlier on. I can't lie, I never knew that, obviously, of course, as well, obviously, because it was like, wait,
Everyone
what?
thinks like I'm from Germany because I'm saying, yeah, I live in Germany. I'm from
Yeah,
Germany.
you live
So
in, you
they
speak
think,
German.
yes, so they directly think I'm German too, but I'm from
Yeah,
Turkey.
yeah.
I speak German, Turkey, and a little bit of English.
God, wait, so do you, because obviously, well, yeah, if your parents are from there, I suppose, do you speak fluent Turkish as well?
No, not fluent.
Oh,
My parents forced me
they,
to speak German. They forced me,
right, yeah, they forced you, get out! Come
You gotta
on.
speak German.
God damn, man. God damn, dude. Oh, that's fair enough, man. Well, for the last question in the Forgotten Seven, what would you personally say is your biggest strength?
I think my ambitions and my knowledge of YouTube, I guess, because I tried to study a lot of YouTube things, and I think if you would take everything from me, like from YouTube, my account,
Yeah,
and reset everything, I think I would be there again in 2 years, or maybe faster. Hopefully,
I
I think
I
that's
think
my
so,
biggest
man.
strength, like
I think so, yeah.
my ambitions, because I would,
You have to be, man. You have to be
yes,
ambitious and dedicated and driven to make tutorials that you make. You know, like you can make, anybody can make, cheaper kind of content, like, YouTube shorts, or, like more quick form stuff. But to make tutorials and stuff that you make, which is high quality stuff, you really have to be dedicated, because there's never any guarantee that you can make a tutorial and spend, days working on it and it's going to do very successful. You can maybe, I mean, like, that's how it is.
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You lagging. Your voice
I'm
is
lagging.
like a
Oh,
robot, like a robot
that was
voice.
that was strange. I was strange. That was
Okay, now
very
you're
strange.
back. You know,
I'm back.
now you're back.
Sorry
So can
about
we
that.
do that question again? So
Sorry, yeah, my apologies. Yeah. For the last question, the Forgotten Seven, what would you personally say is your biggest strength? That was a question. Yeah.
my ambitions, I think,
Yeah,
because
and that was what you said. Yeah, your
yes,
ambitions. I'd agree. I'd agree. I'd say you have to be very ambitious to do what you're doing.
yes.
Definitely. 100%. Well, I guess going on from there, I'm not too sure if Joseph can take his next question.
I can
Because I'm
do
not sure.
one more, and then can I let you carry?
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course.
I'm
That's
really
fine. That's fine.
sorry.
No, it's fine. It's quite
So
alright.
good.
Literally, I didn't expect to be up this late and doing it this time. But I'll
Yeah,
squeeze
yeah.
this in, and even if you want, I can read the second one as well, and I can just edit it.
Right. Oh, well, yeah, I don't mind. Yeah,
I don't
just go
mind.
ahead. Take the
I'll,
first,
I'll
and
read
I'll
this
do the
one,
last
and then
ones.
I'll see what I can do later on. But you can take number
Right.
9.
Right.
Being a
Okay.
long-time Minecraft map creator, how has creating unique worlds changed for you since you've moved from old Minecraft Legacy Console Edition to Bedrock Edition? I can imagine having access to tools such as Structure Block or even commands has made creating maps or building much easier and faster.
If you ask
Okay,
me,
I'm gonna shoot.
yeah.
This is for the outro. Goodbye. There you go. I'll cut this out. I'm really fucking sorry, Joe.
You will be. You will
I will be. I'm gonna get
You will
rinsed
be.
later.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Literally, I
God,
can't. I've pushed it today, but
it's
I'll
fine.
get back to you. I'll make this intro beautiful.
You better. He's gonna have to edit. He's got beautiful.
Please,
You better edit this.
please don't kill me.
I will.
Thanks for coming on, New Freedom. You're fantastic.
Thanks, you too.
You should have won the war.
What? You know what I'm saying? Why leave with that? 2, 1. You say right, okay.
Oh my god! Just scared.
You say. Let's go down. Right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second part of episode 39 of the Forgotten Podcast. Of course, I'm joined here by the man himself, Mr. New Freedom, and myself, obviously, my co-host Joseph has run away. He's left me. He's left me alone. You know what I'm saying? But I've got New Freedom, so I'm cool enough. You know what I'm saying? Me and Barris can just chill. But yeah, we got 2 more questions going now, so we're gonna hopefully get those going and have a good end to this show right now. So, although you have built dozens of different builds with entirely unique and independent themes, it's not hard to notice how you've quite regularly taken inspiration from games like Grand Theft Auto 5, especially in your long-term worlds like your old world and now your old world, of course, New Freedom. How do games like GTA inspire you or give you inspiration to build?
GTA is a big inspiration for me. Not even my old map, even my newest map I'm working
Yeah.
on right now is gonna be me. No,
It's going to be amazing. You know what I'm saying about that?
it's gonna look even like GTA then,
Yeah.
GTA 5 obviously and GTA 4 are my biggest inspiration. But I also
Yeah.
took a lot of inspiration from Mafia 3.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier on. Yeah.
Yes, Mafia 3 is also a nice open world game that also has a lot of nice buildings. Unfortunately, I never could finish my casino building. It was a big
Oh,
complex, you know. It was a
right. Yeah.
casino with a big tower of apartments, like hotel rooms,
Jesus.
and
Yeah.
a resort. You know, I wanted to make
Yeah.
a tutorial of it, but with
Just
with
never got
full
around to it.
interior, but I didn't could end the interior, and then I lost
Yeah.
the world. So I
God,
would
man.
never, never gonna have the motivation to build that
Not to do
again.
again. Yeah, it was that big a
Yes,
project kind of thing. I remember on your original like the New Freedom World, the one that I toured back in the day. I
yes,
remember that you used to have that you built a replica and it was guys like it was good for anybody listening right now. I've got there's a world tour on my channel and it's touring as well. You should check it out. But you can see you built a replica of Los Santos Customs and it was so well
yes.
done and it
I
was like
made a
one of those
lot of.
things.
I
Yeah.
also, made. I don't know if anyone plays GTA and knows that building, but very close to the Los Santos Customs in the middle of the map, there's also a big shopping mall. I also built that
Yeah.
shopping mall.
Yeah. God darn, man. It's mad how
I
much you
made a
built from
lot
it.
of things from GTA. A lot of
Yeah.
also no-name buildings that you
Yeah.
wouldn't know of being GTA because it's not famous or something like that.
Yeah, it's not one that the player normally goes to all that often. You've
Yes,
still taken inspiration from. So
yes,
when getting inspiration, do you usually just drive around? Is it just that you're
yes. I'm
play
making
Grand Theft Auto and
yes.
just kind of like, oh, I kind of would want to build that or that or
Exactly. Yes,
yeah,
and then I go into the editor mode and
yeah.
then just make screenshots of it.
I forgot that you can go into editor mode. That's actually a really
Yeah,
smart way because I
it's
thought you must just like walk around while there's
no,
explosions and hydros and
they're like
everything.
yes,
Like
they're
just
like angles that you can see, you
just
know.
yeah. I forgot, but yeah, you can go in editor mode and kind of like camera up and look around and be like,
Yes,
oh that. Okay, and rebuild it. That's actually really smart. I never actually thought about that. That's
stonks.
actually stonks. You assess what it is, man. Earning them stonks. Gosh damn, man. Well,
Yes.
obviously going from there, dude, with your channel now having over 15,000 subscribers and all future projections that you can see online saying that if your channel continues to grow at its current rate, you'll possibly be at 20,000 before 2023. What can your audience expect to see from the New Freedom MC channel in the upcoming and foreseeable future?
A lot. Just
A
imagine.
lot, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. That's all it is, just a
Just
lot. You will know
no,
when it
you have to
comes.
imagine
Yes.
15,000 subscribers. I'm already happy. I
Good, man,
don't know.
that's it.
I don't care if I have 20K at the end of the year, but if you ask me, I think I'm gonna have more than 20K at the end
It
of the year.
says that from all future
Yes,
projections, like things like that. There's so many different
Social
sites that I've
Blade,
looked
right?
at. Yeah,
You may
Social Blade. Yeah,
yes,
and they all say you'll have 20K if you keep growing this quickly. You're gonna be at 20K before 2023, which is mad. Is there
it
any
is.
chance of like a face reveal or any sort of like big kind of thing at that number, or no? Is that not yet?
Maybe the
Maybe.
100K.
Maybe 100K. That's what you. Maybe 100K. Then we'll see. We'll talk then. We'll talk then. Gosh
I'm
darn.
gonna message you in
Yes.
5 years or something like that to
Yes.
edit that clip out and delete
That
it.
is, you say it'd be like John at 99,000. Get rid of it now. You say get it gone. You say, gosh
Delete
damn,
that scene.
delete that. Gosh darn. Oh
Yes.
man. So I mean, well, obviously again, 20K is a big number, man. Do you plan on releasing any sort of merchandise, or are you still okay with that? Are you gonna
I
maybe
don't
amp up
know.
membership stuff?
What merchandise should I do? Should I take the logo?
Just the
That would
Minecraft. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. You say
let's
go down
be
like just
honest.
the Minecraft logo.
Let's be honest. That would be cringe if I would
Oh man,
release
dude.
release a merchandise with that Minecraft logo of mine. You know?
I don't maybe a redesign to the channel might be a thing you might want to think about in the future then. Because obviously
Yeah.
right now you've got the logo as a Minecraft character. Maybe like obviously further down the line when you really feel like it might be the time, getting a whole redesign. Like imagine that, like a whole perfect redesign of the New Freedom channel that's all like that you want it to be, like a whole perfect look that's unified. Be dope. 100%, man. But
That's
no, dude. Honestly, man,
possible.
I cannot wait personally to see your channel go past 20K. I know it's gonna be hella soon, man. I've known you now for a considerable amount of time, dude. And I gotta say, as a friend, it's been mad seeing you grow piece by piece, bit by bit. And now, I mean, 15K subs, man, you're killing it, dude.
And
15,500
you
plus.
also gotta admit also gonna add I did it everything by myself, you know.
Yeah,
I
man. No,
didn't
yeah, dude.
I didn't get
It's
any sheets
no,
or
man. There was no.
blueprints
Hey, man. When I met you, dude, there
or
was no. I can vouch for that. Yeah.
push or something like
Yeah,
that, you
no,
know.
I can vouch for that. That's true, man. At the beginning, quite like myself as well, you know, we worked our, excuse the language, but we worked our asses off. You know, we worked hard. We made good content. We built an audience ourselves with manual
Yes.
work. And there was no, like you said, there was nobody shouting you out going, hey guys, shout out to New Freedom. Like, no, like that was it. That wasn't the case. You know, like that wasn't how it was. You just worked hard and made good content and people came. And
Yes.
it's incredible, man. And I cannot wait to see where your channel goes in the future, dude. I really hope that you keep at this, man, and you keep growing your community and keep growing your channel. And hopefully one day we'll have you back in the show at 1 million. You know what I'm saying? And that would be awesome. You're saying like, oh yeah, I might be doing the face reveal now. We won't do 1 million, 100K, 1 million maybe. We'll see. We'll
We
see.
will see about that.
We will see.
I mean, when you look at the future projections, it says
Yeah.
by the end of 2022, right?
Yeah, end of 2022, beginning of 2023, that would be
Yes.
20K.
But you're also gonna. I also got to say, like in February, I released 2 shorts that went viral. You know,
Oh wow.
and they also got me a lot of subs.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
like with these 2 shorts, I think I made 1.3 K subs
Jesus, dude, that's a lot.
in
For 2
1
shorts.
month. From in 1 month also, you know.
God damn it. Yeah.
I think I just jumped from 12,000 to nearly 14, and now I'm at 15.
Yeah.
So wasn't that long ago.
It
So
wasn't.
who knows?
Yeah.
Who
You
knows?
never know. It could be even further.
Maybe it's also maybe it happens again, you know. And then I
Yeah,
just
man. No,
jump,
definitely.
and then I make another jump.
Yeah. You keep
You
going,
lost-
man. You gotta
yes.
keep going. You know what I'm saying?
You
Get
just
20,
have
30.
to- you
God
just
dang.
you just gotta think. I just jumped 2 or 3 months in these 2 shots, you know.
Yeah, that's it,
I
man.
make like 700 subs in a month, like,
Mhm.
and
Just by yourself kind of thing.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I couldn't stop uploading now, and the videos I uploaded will bring me 700 subs a month, you know.
And that's
But
just gonna keep growing.
these shots
Yeah.
but the shorts, like I made 2K subs or something like that. I made
Mhm.
700 subs by myself, and then
Yeah.
these 2 shorts had bring me so many subs. It's insane, you know. Maybe
New
that
people, all new people. That's
yes,
the thing.
a lot of
It's
people.
madness.
Maybe that
You know,
happens again. You know, you never
I mean,
know.
you never know, dude. There's a lot of content creators right now. I know this personally. There's a lot of content creators right now that are really utilizing shorts to earn quick growth. Like there's a
Yes.
guy,
And
a fella.
it works. It works, you know.
Oh yeah, no, dude. There's a guy I know who he's uploading a short like every 30 minutes.
Oh
And
my
even
God.
while he's streaming, yeah, you know, like
That's
a
insane.
lot, and it's because
No.
some of them will get like 100 views, and then some will get 20,000. And they're like,
Exactly.
he's about to hit 100,000 subscribers, and he doesn't do, no disrespect to him, but he doesn't do as much content as you or I, and he doesn't
Yes.
put as much effort into it. He'll probably tell you that
But it
himself. You know what I'm
works, you
saying?
know. Why not?
And that's
when
it.
works?
Yeah,
Yes.
if it works, you know what I'm saying, that's it.
I'm
That's
using
kinda what
the
it is.
shorts. I'm using the shorts to
Yeah.
like tease people one day
What's
before I
coming soon?
upload.
Yeah.
One day before I upload, and also get like new viewers while uploading the
Yeah.
tutorial.
Yeah, exactly. And that's it, man. Well, Barris, man, it has been an absolute pleasure and honor and privilege having you on this
Yes.
show, dude. I
Thank
want to
you
just
for
say,
having me,
personally,
Joe.
man, thank you so much for coming on, bro. It's been just a beautiful opportunity, dude. Honestly, man, I'm so grateful and so glad that we could have this happen. I do have to say once again, obviously, on behalf of my co-host, Matt Cynic, of course, I do apologize. He can be here to kind of send us out, obviously, both of us with you, of course, man. But I hope that hasn't diluted your experience at all. It's been an absolute pleasure and honor, man. And I really. I can't speak. I really do truly hope, man, that you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed having you here, dude, without
I
shadow of a
did.
doubt, man.
Thank you for having me.
Fantastic, man. Thank you for, honestly, man, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, if you're listening to us right now on Spotify or any other platform, or if you're watching on
Don't
YouTube,
forget to
please,
leave a
guys,
like.
yeah, do not forget to leave a like for sure. But guys, please as well, please be sure to go check out my boy New Freedom. Guys, Barris is an absolute gentleman. He's an amazing Minecraft content creator. And like he said, and like what we talked about throughout this entire stream, or throughout this entire podcast, excuse me, he himself produces content that is for all audiences, not just German people. It's for English and German, for everybody. Check it out, guys. He makes some beautiful and amazing tutorials and some high quality content. You should definitely check it out if you're a Minecraft builder as well. So you guys, thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for watching as well. Once again, go check out my boy New Freedom, guys. We'll see you on the next episode of the Forgotten Podcast. And guys, thank you for watching. Peace.